Let's talk about low testosterone. It's this huge thing that affects literally millions of guys, but so often it's just kind of ignored or, misunderstood. So in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all the noise. We're going to look at the super clear warning signs and then lay out a simple, natural way to fix it. Let's get right into it. Okay, look at this number for a second. 90%. I mean, that sounds impossibly high, doesn't it? But according to the source material we're digging into, this number is absolutely key to understanding just how big this problem really is. Yep, you heard that right. The claim here is that a staggering 90% of men today could be walking around with testosterone levels that are far from optimal. So this isn't some rare thing. It's being presented as a full-blown modern epidemic. And, this naturally leads to a pretty personal question. When you see a number like that, you almost have to wonder, could I be one of them? Okay, so let's jump into our first section here, a hidden epidemic. Before we even get to the fixes, we've got to understand what we're dealing with, why this one hormone is way more important than most of us think. So what exactly is testosterone anyway? Well, it's not just for building muscle or for your sex drive. Think of it more like the master control system for being a man. It dictates everything from your physical strength and how strong your bones are, to the health of your skin, even how tall you get. When your T levels are low, the whole system starts to sputter. Now here's where it gets really interesting. This slide totally challenges what we think of as normal. You could go to a doctor, get a test result that says 400, and they'll tell you, hey, you're fine, you're in the normal range. But the argument here is that maybe that so-called normal range is actually just the baseline for feeling kind of mediocre, not for actually feeling great. So if you can't always rely on a test, how are you supposed to know if you're in that zone? Well, your body is giving you signs every single day. Let's move on and learn how to read them with these 3 warning signs. The source material really hones in on these 3 physical signs as the most reliable indicators you can spot yourself. First, there's that stubborn fat that just loves to hang out on your chest and your belly. Second, just feeling weak and tired all the time. And third, the one nobody likes to talk about, the absence of morning wood. Let's really break down that first sign, because this shows why it's not just a weight problem, it's a hormonal one. See, having extra body fat makes your body produce more of an enzyme called aromatase. What this enzyme does is it literally hijacks your testosterone and converts it into estrogen. And then what happens? Lower testosterone tells your body to store even more fat, which then creates more aromatase. And you're stuck in this vicious cycle that just keeps getting worse until you do something to stop it. Then we have sign number 2, feeling totally wiped out. And the source makes a really critical point here. Especially if you're a younger guy, say under 35, and doing simple things leaves you feeling exhausted or weak, that is a major red flag. Don't just brush it off as, oh, I'm just tired. It's not normal. And now for the third sign, which the source calls the single most honest signal your body can give you. Why? Because your testosterone production peaks overnight while you're sleeping. So a lack of a morning erection is like a direct, unfiltered report card on your hormonal health, your blood flow, and even your nerve health. It's a really important signal to pay attention to. Okay, enough of the doom and gloom, right? Let's talk about how to fix this. We're moving on to the most empowering part, your natural solution. We're going to lay out 3 simple but really powerful things you can start doing like today. And the framework here is so simple, it's beautiful. We're not talking about weird supplements or anything complicated. The way back to healthy hormones is built on these 3 fundamental pillars. You gotta sweat, you gotta sleep, and you gotta eat the right food. So let's take a closer look at step 1, sweat. The really crucial thing to understand is that sweating is a powerful way to detox your system. It's not just about the workout. When you sweat, you are literally flushing out toxins, and this is key, excess estrogen. This helps get that all-important testosterone to estrogen ratio back in balance. So what's the best way to get a good sweat on? Well, the source is a huge fan of sprinting. Just 3 sets of sprints, maybe 3 times a week, it's incredibly powerful. It makes you sweat hard and fast, it builds lean muscle, which helps your hormones, and it triggers a natural flood of human growth hormone. It's a huge win all around. Now for step 2, and it all boils down to this number, 7 to 9 hours. We're talking about sleep. And according to this research, this is completely non-negotiable. There are no shortcuts. And let's be crystal clear about this. You produce testosterone while you sleep, not in the gym. All the hard work you do during the day means almost nothing without proper rest. Deep sleep is when your muscles actually repair and grow. It's the only time your body gets to hit the reset button on its entire hormonal system. And that brings us to the final pillar, fuel. Your body can't just create testosterone out of nothing. It needs the right raw materials. And the 4 absolute must-haves are quality protein, the minerals zinc and magnesium, and a good dose of healthy fats. And here's the best part. You can pack all 4 of those into one super easy breakfast. For the non-vegetarians out there, a 4-egg omelet with some melon on the side. For vegetarians, a bowl of high-protein oats loaded up with walnuts, almonds, and cashews. Both of these give your body the exact building blocks it needs to get to work. All right, we've gone over the why and the how, but, knowledge is useless without action, so let's wrap this all up with a simple challenge to get you started.
So, here it is, your 10-day challenge. It's so simple. First, just pick one of those 2 breakfasts. Second, eat it every single morning for just 10 days. And third, just pay attention. See if you feel a real, tangible difference in your energy, your strength, and your mental focus.
And this quote from the source really says it all, doesn't it? That feeling of being tired, that extra fat you can't seem to lose, it's not random. It's a signal. Your body is trying to tell you something's off. All you have to do is listen. And so, we're going to end it right here with a question just for you. We've laid out the problem, and we've laid out a clear, simple solution. The power to change things is literally on your plate and in your hands. So what are you going to do in the next 10 days?